Welcome to the Bark, the Bulldog Bark. I'm Bryan Martinez.
And I'm JP, and this is your weekly source of information and events at RCHS.
The holiday season is full of traditions.
One of the traditions here we have at RCHS is the junior ring ceremony.
Here's a story about why Hannah chose her elementary teacher to present her ring.
Class of 2023 had the ring ceremony where they picked a teacher who have inspired them and received a ring. Even though most high schoolers chose a high school teacher, one junior chose an elementary teacher.
Hannah Cunningham, presented by Nicole Hahn.
Hannah Cunningham shares why her elementary math teacher made an impact on her life.
Well, 6th grade was a really hard time for me mentally because I was struggling with a mental illness and I didn't realize it. And so I was a lost soul, per se. And so when I met Miss Hahn, she's so free-spirited and positive. She just had such a big influence. I saw, in a way, like what I wanted to be when I grew older. And so I just banked that in my mind, this is what you should try to be like.
Hannah shares one of her memories.
One thing that I always remembered is she would always talk to me about how smart she thought I was. And at the time, I thought I was just not really anything, to be honest.
Hannah has a message for Miss Hahn.
Just thank you for everything. Honestly, thank you for being the role model of my life.
We had showed Miss Hahn Hannah's interview and got her reaction.
I'm overwhelmed. What a true privilege to know that you made that kind of difference.
Clearly, teachers make a long-lasting impact on their students. Congrats to all our juniors. This is Miriam Diaz, signing out.
Thank you, Miriam. Changing the subject, have you ever been to Joe's Meat Market?
What's Joe's Meat Market?
Let's find out. Speaking of Joe,
Have you ever been to Joe's Meat Market?
No, where is it?
It's off of 107 East Main Street, Roy City.
But I've heard it was the best meat market in the city.
Let's take a look inside. There's a lot of varieties to choose from.
They even sell belts and other spices, so your meat will taste just like theirs.
Next time you're craving meat, Joe's Meat Market is right around the corner from you.
Alright, but have you heard about Jacob's tech tip?
No, what's the tip?
What's up, Bulldogs? Don't look where the shelf is on your keyboard? If so, here's how to help with that. So first, all you want to do is be right here, and then either right click or click with 2 fingers depending on if you have a mouse or not. So you want to go to shelf position, and then you can choose one on your left, or on your right, or on your bottom. And if you just don't want it on at all for a while, you can just click auto hide shelf. Whenever you go on to Google, just go on. And if you just want to undo that, you can just click always show shelf. And now it's back again. Hope this helps you out somehow.
Did you see the basketball tournament last week?
No, I haven't.
Well, here's Noah's montage about the tournament.
I'm not in competition with my homies, I'm whipping in competition in the bowling. I knew my opposition never knew me, they wouldn't be opposition if they know me. I made the proposition to my hitters, I told them to knock down if you owe me. I just decide where I'm hitting good in the movie. Got pounds in them 40s up, got shot down, we was whoring my homie a op now, so we on her. I was like 16 with the Mac on me deep in the field like it's Pop Warner. Where did the shit seem? Cracked on me when he got real, try to slide on her. I made some ends, put the guys on it, we keeping it real now. And my homie is savage, got put in a casket and I'm mad at him cause he died on us. Hey, he got money, that's an expensive game. I got expensive shooter, he got expensive aim. You know it's loud Uzi, that's an expensive name. I'm going hard on my back to the wall. I was like, Dad, just pumping.
Have you watched Spider-Man Far From Home yet?
I have, and I really enjoyed it. Here's my review about it.
Everywhere I go, I see his face. I just really miss him.
Yeah, I miss him too. I don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
Spider-Man Far From Home was the second movie in the Tom Holland trilogy of Spider-Man movies. It was also the final movie in Phase 3 of the MCU, charting and leading the way towards Phase 4 and beyond for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Far From Home was home to an incredibly experienced cast. Tom Holland returns to reprise his role as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Zendaya returns to reprise her role as MJ. Samuel L. Jackson joins the MCU's Spider-Man trilogy for the first time to reprise his role as Nick Fury. And Jake Gyllenhaal joins the cast to portray his very own mysterious hero, Mysterio. The film follows a mourning Peter Parker after losing Tony Stark during the events of Avengers Endgame. He is tired of everything that has happened over the last few movies in the MCU and decides to go on a field trip to Europe with his classmates. However, after a little bit, he gets dragged into another adventure with Nick Fury to stop a mysterious group of elemental creatures that have been popping up all over Europe, with the help of a mysterious new hero, Mysterio. Far From Home was definitely home to some of the most intense and incredible fight sequences ever to come out of a Spider-Man movie. And Jake Gyllenhaal's performance as Mysterio is definitely unmatched and one of the biggest highlights to come out of Far From Home. The story throughout the film is heart-wrenching. Ultimately, this movie is about a boy who is trying to come to terms with the loss of a loved one. He is trying to take a break from the world, but ultimately gets dragged back into drama and feels like he has to step up to become the new hero the world needs, to become the new Iron Man. But ultimately, the lesson of the movie is that he doesn't need to become Iron Man. He already is his own hero. He is the Spider-Man. Overall, Spider-Man Far From Home is an amazing Spider-Man movie. It really leads into the climax of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and I cannot wait to see the multiverse-shattering conclusion in Spider-Man No Way Home.
I just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
Are you going to step up or not?
Out of here! Get on the jet! Who are you? I work with Spider-Man.
You work for Spider-Man?
I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man. New plan!
Spider-Man Far From Home gets an 8 out of 10 on the scale. This has been Bryan Martinez, signing off.
That's all for this week, Bulldogs.
Thank you for watching the Bulldog Bark. This has been Bryan Martinez
and JP signing out.